Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fletch is back with the biggest headlines that have been hitting the news, so without further ado, let's begin. First on the agenda is John Terry. The 37-year-old is still without a club after a move to Spartak Moscow was called off by the centre-back due to family reasons. He's been without a club since leaving Aston Villa at the end of last season and has been linked with several clubs since. And recently it seems Moscow was his likely destination, but that move hasn't happened, which means the John Terry saga continues. Manchester United were rumoured to be interested in signing him. How much truth there is to that, I'm not sure. But Mourinho has been looking for a centre-back in the summer, wasn't he? He didn't get one. He worked with Terry during his time at Chelsea. He knows Terry is strong in terms of leadership and experience, two things that United seemingly are lacking. And as far as a short-term solution goes to a seemingly big problem United have, right now it could be entirely possible that Terry will be a United player in the near future. I highly doubt it, but stranger things are happening in football. We certainly haven't heard the last of John Terry. Elsewhere, Gareth Southgate's received a little backlash over the way he managed the Switzerland game Tuesday night, and the focus in particular was his decision to bring on Harry Kane as a substitute with just half an hour to go. The criticism came from one man in particular, Gary Neville, who questioned the point of Kane being in the squad for a friendly after fearing Kane could be suffering from burning out after bursting onto the scene. He suggested Kane needs to take a mental break following the busy summer of England's World Cup campaign and then Tottenham's busy start to the season. Southgate doesn't see much of an issue in this, and personally, I agree with him. If Kane is as good as he thinks he is, or everyone else thinks he is, then he should want to play every minute of football he can, whether it's a friendly or not. You don't really see world-class players like Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo or Luis Suarez take time off for a mental break that often, unless injury or something personal happens to them. They are pretty much playing every second of every minute on a pitch. Kane will be in action this Saturday when Tottenham take on Liverpool in their lunchtime game. And finally, there could be a massive change to a certain aspect of how transfer deals are conducted going forward. Premier League chiefs are set to meet on Thursday and discuss the issue of money being received by players' agents and whose responsibility it is. Currently, the two clubs that are involved in the player's deal are the ones responsible with the payment to the agent, but if proposed plans go through, the future could see the players themselves have to pay their own agents. At the moment, it's only the Premier League that are proposing this new idea, but it could obviously venture out and beyond England's top tier division. The reported fees agents are demanding are getting more and more ridiculous by the year. They are continuing to grow, and whilst it could see players demand higher wages due to them being the ones responsible for paying their agent, it could also slowly begin to halt the rising fees agents are being paid. This is another factor because the payment towards agents will be paid throughout the duration of a player's contract, which means that contracts may once again mean something within the world of football. And that rounds up some of the biggest headlines within the world of football. Guys, if you have any comments on any of the stories that I've talked about or maybe even missed, I'd love to read them in the comments section below, such as, where do you think John Terry will end up? Do you agree that Southgate should have played Harry Kane on Tuesday night? Or do you agree with Gary Neville, who thinks Kane needs some sort of mental break? And do you agree that players should be the ones who pay their agents for a transfer and not the clubs? I'm very interested to know what you think on these subjects. Otherwise guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button on the way out. If you're new here or want to see more content like this, then hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I'll see you all in the next video.